This morning I said something a little hasty. There was a now confirmed assassination of a Michigan state representative. Okay, that was one mistake I made. I'm over it. And the attempted, last I heard, attempted assassination of a state senator and their spouses. Wholly unacceptable at every level. Both of them were also Democrats. I, and I'm sure everybody else who's seeing this just assumed that it was a right winger. One of the most common criticisms is this claim that uh, right wingers will never call out right wing violence. Well, I called it out pretty completely. I said I want the man uh, drawn. How much more completely called out could that possibly be? I also have to walk that back just a hair, just a hair. There's some indication he may be mentally ill. Now, if if he is in fact mentally ill, I still want him executed, but perhaps in a slightly significantly more humane way. I do still want the execution to be public. In fact, I want all executions to be public. All right, and it's not so we can gawk in awe. It's so we can all see just what an execution really looks like. I am 100% certain that if people started seeing the executions, they might get the idea, hey, it's not necessarily the best idea. Somebody who's mentally ill, like this guy may have been, they might not get that message because their brains don't work properly. But most other people, and by the way, most mentally ill people, will also get that message and say, no, maybe I shouldn't kill somebody. The murder of the spouses, you can't call that an assassination. They weren't the members of the state legislature. There was no reason other than they are the spouse to kill them, to injure them, to bother them in any way, shape, or form. And I'm sorry, being the spouse of an elected representative, or an elected official, is not a reason to bother them. It's just not. It's not kosher. It's not okay. No. Period. End of discussion. I don't give a flying fuck what Maxine Waters says. I do want to point something else out, though. When I said that this morning, I did say it with the absolute belief that this had to be a right winger. Boy, was I going to call his violence out. Well, now we know that's not quite the story after all, is it? Sight unseen. I assumed it was a right winger, and I called his violence out. I guess we can set aside that story about right wingers never call right wing violence out, can't we? Keep calm and mandatory carry on.